Pop-ups in the blog. Okay, so in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to add and manage your pop-ups inside of your responsive blogs. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab a template and work with that. So let's come here and go to edit. And now the first thing I want to do is give my page a URL name. And for now, it's going to be pop-up test. See, I've already done that here. No spaces. And then I'm going to make it active from the go and press save. Okay, so once we have that taken care of, have our preview set, let's come back here to the menu. Okay, after this, get rid of this. Okay, and then we're going to come to pop-up. Once we're in our pop-up, we go to create. And then once we create, we give ourselves a title. Now, if you notice on the right-hand side, you have a blank white pop-up. We're going to change that now. So for now, our title is going to be pop 1. Actually, let's just do register. Register. Okay. Save. That's that. And now we need to add a container. So what our container is going to do is, of course, if you went through the other tutorials or work with the tool, is going to house all of our plugins and all of our content. So let's go in and add a grid or a column so we can start adding in content. And I'm going to do an example as an image here, just for placement. I'm going to add one that I've already uploaded to the system. Just double click here. You can change that if you want. We're just going to go through, and that's going to fill the box space there. And now what I want to do is I'm going to add some content here. And let's just put register now. Make it urgent, okay? And I want to make this header 1. I'm going to make this bold, and I'm also going to put this in the center. And now I can press continue, save that. And I'm also going to add a button as well. Just come here, add, go to button, add new button, give it a title. So it's going to be register in our case. The destination, you can make it an article, a page, or another pop-up, or another external link. I'm going to make it a page inside of my blog. The link, I'm going to make it the home page, and the target is going to be in the same window. Okay, so you don't open up other pages of your blog in another tab or window. Now we can save that. We have our buttons over here in our button list, and we can click here and go and edit the style. Now what I want to do is fill the entire space. So it's going to fill the entire space of my content. Then I'm going to give it a background color. So let's make it bright so it kind of stands out. I'm going to come here to like a yellow. And our font color, I'm going to make that white. And what I'm actually going to do is copy our background color here. And I'm going to make that my border color so I don't see a border show up. And I'm also going to copy that for my font color on this side. Because what I'm going to do is create an inverted effect when you roll the mouse over. And what I mean by that is I'm going to change the background color here to white. The font color is now yellow. The border color, I'm going to make this yellow as well. Okay, so what that's going to do is give it that effect. Alright, so let's press continue and move along. Now, after we save, we have our pop-up on the right hand side. There's our preview. So now we can go into our style settings, and we have a number of different options for you to choose from to kind of make this yours. The first is you can hide the title. So right now I can go to yes, hide the title. We can also adjust the width here, the medium. We can have it large, small. We can have it fill the entire space if you like that better. I'm going to make it medium here just to leave it like that. And you can also add in animations for when it comes in and when it exits the page. So for example, we click on animation, and we have a number for you to choose from. I'm going to choose fade in from the right. Actually, let's do it from the left. Okay, fade in from the left here. And then I can also, on the exit, fade out to the right. Now here is also, we can choose the background color. So what I'm going to do is make it like a darker gray color here. And also I'm going to copy this color code. Okay, we're going to keep the text color black. And you can also adjust the internal spacing by using the arrows here. Or if you want to make your own spacing by typing in the numbers, you can do that. And I'm going to leave it like so. Now the next thing I want to do is come and make sure that my container colors are okay. So if I come in and select the margins, it's kind of give us some spacing between the outside. Press OK and press save. Okay, so now we see the different features here, and what we want to do is make this look all one color. So right now the content background is all white. I'm going to go change that here in the general settings, paste our color code here, press OK, and then I'm also going to change it in our container settings as well in the general, paste our same color here, press OK, and then press save. And now we have our pop-up here. It's all one color, looks a little bit better, and everything's ready to go for us. So now what we can do is go and link it to the other page, which will be our home page in this case. So let's come back here, go into our pages, and go into home and go into the settings. Once we're in the settings, we can come here again to this setting tab, and now we have our two pop-up locations here. Now we have one that is the pop-up in. That's what's going to happen when they enter your page. So we come here, click our register, and then you can choose what time it comes in. So if you want to do 10 minutes, 20 minutes, or if you want to do a few seconds, I'll do 10 here, and you can add that yourself and press save. And now it's going to take 10 seconds by the time they enter your page for your pop-up to show up. Now what we can also do is create a pop-up out, and what that's going to do is going to create a pop-up for when the user is about to leave your page. So this will be a good chance, for example, if you want to make one last offer to your customer before they leave, this would be a good chance to create another pop-up again that you can have pop up here. And how we register that is we come to the pop-up that we want, and then we have a number of different options for you here. So the first is aggressive mode, and what this is basically every time they leave the page is going to show that pop-up. Now you can turn that off, and it's only going to do it one time, or you can click on and it'll always do it every time they try and leave the page. Okay, another thing you can do is the sensitivity, which is going to give you a little bit of extra time here as far as how far they have to leave your page before the pop-up comes up. So right now I'm just going to leave this at 0. You can have a timer, so let's say we have 1 second. And you can also have a delay if you want. These are in milliseconds, so I'm going to do 1 here. And you can put cookies here, how long you want before your cookie expires. So this is in increments of days. So if I put a 1 here, for example, what this means is that for this particular user, when they enter onto your page, is going to save a cookie onto their computer. Okay, meaning that it's going to remember that that user came here. So they won't see this pop up again for at least another day. That's when a cookie will expire. Now, something else that you can do, if you turn on aggressive mode, yes, it's going to null and void the cookie expiration, meaning that no matter what number you put here, it will always show that pop-up when they leave. Okay, so remember, yes, it's going to null and void this. No, then you can set your expiration date here as well. Okay, so let's do 1 and let's save. Okay, now what we want to go do is test our pop-up. So let's come here, back to our blogs, come inside, we see we have our active here, and let's go ahead and look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I may be a little off. However, there's our pop-up. Okay, and now you see we can exit off here. As we leave the page, another pop-up is going to show up as well. Okay, so like I said before, this would be a great idea for you to create another pop-up. It's like a last-minute offer to grab that customer. All right, thank you, and I will talk to you in another tutorial.